What's going on, guys? It's Ilya Belly here. I record and stuff on YouTube. Check the description for all my information. I do all LeetCode problems. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Give me big thumbs up to support it. And this is called find all numbers disappeared in an array. Given an array of integers where one is less than or equals to this element and this element is less than or equals to n size of array. Some elements appear twice and others appear once. Find all the elements of one n inclusive that do not appear in this array. Could you do it without extra space and in big of n runtime? You may assume that return list does not count as extra space. Well, let's start. First off, we say int n equals to nums dot length, and for int I equals to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus, and we check nums. We say just nums nums I minus 1 and modulo n plus equals to n. So to solve this problem, to understand that, we just say we traverse this array left to right, and we check every element. We say we just see this element, right? Like I equals to 0. This element, we look at this element and we use that element, this value of this element to get to the right index in this array. And then when we get to the right index in this array, we increment the value in this array by the length of that array. And finally, we just do kind of like the second loop. Again, we traverse from left to right, and again we check every element. We use like we say I plus, we just use the value at every position, right? To we just look at every element, after that, and we check whether this value is less than or equals to the length of that array. If it's so, that means that this element doesn't appear in that array, and we need to put that element, we need to add that element into the list, and that's it. If it's not, if the value at any element is greater than the length of this array, that means that that element appears in this array, right? So we do kind of like the second loop. Int I equals to 0, I is less than n, I plus plus. We check if nums I is less than or equals to n, then, and we say here modulo n, because wanna get to the right index, and we don't wanna get you know, we don't need to get out of bounds of that array. So here we check. If it's so, then we need to create like list integer result new array list integer and we add this element, we say add, and here we say nums. Here we say like 1 I plus 1, because here we just we said -1, here we say +1. To get to the element, we just kind of like here we said -1 because that's 0 based in Java to get to the element, and here we just say to get to the right position, right? So we just return result, and that's it. Just let's submit. Here we go, success. I'll try to explain it like, you know, I'll try to explain it to you and to explain more details, more, you know. So right off the bat we got this array here, and this array here. This is like 0, 1, 2, 3, and so on. N equals to 8, right? The length of that array. First off, initially I equals to 0, right? So we start kind of like this element. So let's start. We say nums at I equals to 4. 4 minus 1 equals to 3. We go to the third element. We say 0, 1, 2, 3. Here we need to check this element and do module by 8. It equals to 7, and 7 plus 8 will be 15, right? So that will be 15. Next, we increment I by 1. Then we start from this element. We check 3 minus 1 equals to 2. We go to this element, 0, 1, 2. 2 module 8 will be 2. 2 plus 8 will be 10. Then we say just we increment our I by 1 will be 2. We start from 2, 0, 1, 2. 10 minus 1 will be 9, right? And 9 module 8 will be 1. We go to 1, and 1 will be like 0, 1, 2. 2 minus 1 will be like 2, like 10 minus 1 will be 9. 9 module 8 will be 1, and we go to 1, and here we increment by 8, that will be 7. Then we increment I by 1 will be 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. right? And again, 15 minus 1 will be like 14, right? So 14 module 8 will be 6, and 6, we go to the sixth element, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We increment by 8, so we say like 11, right? And then again, I will be 4, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. And again, 8 minus 1 will be 7. We just say 7 7 module 8 will be 7. So we go to this to the 7th element and increment by 8, that will be 9. We increment I by 1 again, that will be like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 5 here. And again, 2 minus 1 will be 1, and 1 module 8 will be 1. So we go to this element, we increment by 8 will be 19. Again, we increment our I, it will be 6. We go to that 6th element and we check nums, like 11 minus 1 will be 10, and 10 module 8 will be 2, right? So we go to here and we increment by 8, so it will be 18. And then finally again, like increment by 1, 9 minus 1 will be 8. 8 module 8 will be 0. We go to 0 and increment by 8, so that will be 12. And that's it, right? So just 4 by 8, 12. And that's it. And then we check here if the element at any index is less than or equals to the length of that array, to suppose to 8, that means that element doesn't appear in this array. So element at, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 equals to, like, is less than or equals to 8. That means that 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and 4 plus 1 to get the right value, and that means that 5, right, doesn't appear at this array. And again here, like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 5 plus 1 will be 6, and 6 doesn't appear in this array. And that is the whole problem. I know, guys, that is a bit hard to to explain, I know, and I mean a bit hard to maybe understand or something like, but that's what it's all about. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate you all. If you got any questions or just suggestions or just you need some help, leave your comments below. I want to know what you think, and see you next time. Bye.